FMS have released some great looking trucks, including the Mogwitch, the Toyota Land Cruiser, the FCX24 and the Toyota FJ Cruiser. They seem to be getting better and better as time goes on, especially when it comes to scale detail. Well, guess what? They've done it again. This is the brand new 1/18 scale Magnum F1 pickup, and it looks great. We've got a lot to cover in this video, so let's make a start. Now, before we take a look at what we get in the box, can we just appreciate the amazing packaging that FMS cars come with? You've got great box art along with a very nice storage case. I think this is a great little feature, and it's ideal if you want to keep your car protected whilst it's being stored. So in the box we've got the pickup truck itself, which we're going to take a look at in a moment, a 380 mAh 2S LiPo, a cross wrench, a USB charger, and finally a black and white manual. Now the transmitter that you get with this is the usual FMS style transmitter. I've seen these things before, they're quite nice, they feel nice to hold. You've got a nice foam grip on the wheel, you've got your high speed setting and your climb setting as well. Overall quite basic, but these things get the job done nicely. Right, so moving on, let's take a look at the truck itself, and can we just appreciate how good this thing looks. FMS have clearly put in a huge amount of effort with this one to make this thing look as scale as possible. Now the colour they've gone for on this one I think is perfect, and it definitely complements all of that chrome perfectly. So scale details include wing mirrors, windscreen wipers, a chrome grille, chrome bumpers front and rear, we have got a full interior and a very nice cargo compartment at the back with a working tailgate. Now if we pop the bonnet or the hood for my American friends, we'll see this is where the electronics are housed. There you can see the chassis mounted servo and the 2-in-1 ESC and receiver. Now there's a closer look at the 1 kilogram chassis mounted servo, and you can also see the tiny 55 turn brushed motor. So that's the electronics. Let's talk about some of the other chassis features. Now let's talk about the shocks first of all then, because they are a little bit bouncy, but it's not always a bad thing on a scale vehicle like this because it does add to the realism. So underneath we have got plastic drive shafts and our 4-link suspension setup. Now everything under here is plastic, including the chassis rails. Now the diffs are actually locked on this. So let's talk about the wheels and tyres then. Now I love the fact that these things match the colour of the body. I think they look really cool. The tyres are really soft and they should be nice and grippy. As you would expect, ball bearings throughout, and overall I think it looks pretty cool. And that's about it really. If you want to check out the full spec, I will leave a link down below where you can head over to the FMS website to check out the full spec of this car. And if you want to buy one, if you use code beyondRC, you can get 10% off. Now I'm interested to see how the LED lights work, so let's get this thing powered up and let's take a closer look. Right, so you need to switch over to mode B on the transmitter, and then you click the LED button and you can switch your headlights on and off. You've got two settings, two brightness settings there. That is the brightest, and then if you click the button again, they go off. Now when it comes to the rear lights, what I find slightly odd is they're not always on and they only work when you reverse. I just find that looks slightly odd. I would have preferred if they were on at all times. I just don't know if I'm a fan of that. Maybe there's a way to change that with the wiring. I'm not entirely sure. So we've talked enough about the Magnum. Let's get the battery charged up. Let's head out and let's see how this thing performs. Right, here we go, first test then. Now, slow speed control is really good. This thing looks so good. What a cool little truck. Right, so quick speed test then. Now this is the low speed setting. So it's not the fastest thing out there, but scale trucks never usually are. Right, let's switch this to high speed and try again. Right, so high speed setting now. That definitely makes a little bit of a difference, but it's still not the fastest thing out there. But you wouldn't buy one of these for the speed. Now, in case you're wondering what the difference is when it comes to the climb mode, well, the throttle actually comes in a lot quicker than the standard mode, and I'm going to try and demonstrate that now. Now, this is on the normal mode at the moment. As you start applying the throttle, it takes quite a bit before it gets going. Now, I've got the climbing mode activated now. Now, as you start hitting the throttle, the truck is going to be moving. It becomes a lot more responsive, and this is going to be ideal if you're looking to do some crawling. So there we go then, not a bad little run at all. It actually looks really cool when you're driving this thing around. I love the fact that it's got so many scale details on it. And I also love the fact that it does come with the friction shocks, because again, like I said, it does add to the realism. You can see the vehicle twisting and moving around as you're driving it, and it just makes it look more realistic. Now, FMS have got some great models. It's definitely worth checking out what they have to offer, especially if you are a Scale RC fan. Check their website out, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be something there that you will like. And again, use code beyondRC to get 10% off your order. So that's pretty much it today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. I've got loads of great stuff coming up on the channel. You won't want to miss it. Also, make sure you like this video as well. There's a lot of people out there who watch my videos, but you still don't like and subscribe, and it just slows down the growth of the channel. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one. Take care. Now, if you want to see more from the guys at FMS and Roch Hobby, click one of these videos now.